Coming up. Pain. Suffering. More pain. More pain. More pain. All this and more. But there's one problem. I'm missing the first few hours of footage. Luckily I've replaced it with low quality 3D animation. I hope you enjoy the video. So basically, I spawned in and chopped some trees down. Made some wood armour. What have I done? I went mining and died to a slime. I made 2 enchantments which do things I'll talk about when I actually get into the thing. And I got killed by land sharks. Still with me? Good. On with the actual video. I made some iron armour. Better than wood, I think. Went mining. Took a friend down with me. My friend didn't like mining though, so he killed me. I went ice mining instead. Because why not? I found a goblin deep in the ice cave. I'm broke though, so I couldn't buy anything. But I found him. I took some gravitation potions so I can go to space. But it turns out you can't breathe in space, so I just held my breath and got a Star Fury. Even better than that, I got some wings. So that's good. Ooh, baby. And I got a magnet. Caught myself a scroll. Because of course I did. That can be made into a weapon. Because of course it can. And a car king life. I built an arena for the Eye Cthulhu. Because I wanted some revenge because he didn't let me go mining. Main gimmick with Fargo Souls is it turns every single thing into a more painful version of itself. In Eternity mode anyway. So for example, the Archipelago just shoots stuff. More stuff. But other than that it's basically the same on the first phase. As for when you get to the second phase, that's when things get a bit more hairy. Because it just teleports. A teleporting eyeball with teeth. All you gotta do is jump, it's not hard. And then it has a third phase where it goes even further beyond and turns into Usain Bolt. Just... he dies. Woo! I beat him first try, if you don't count. Before an unlimited merchant killer, so you can kill all your merchants, and also an agitating lens, so you can kill him, and his leash, so you can dominate him, and some life crystals, so you can get to more health. Ain't that nice? The lens can be eventually made into a accessory with all the pre-armor bosses other than the wall of flesh, because he hates everyone. And the leash, those leash things. I killed another one. Made Spectre boots since I got some dough. And I headed into the jungle with this search for a new weapon, which is just a boomstick. Because a shotgun's there's a shotgun. And I found some feral claws, in case I want to be melee. Right. I made Slime Crown to fight King Slime. King Slime's new deal is just he shits. He drops projectiles when he jumps. Summons his minions to fly at you, and that's it. You can kill him with a paintball gun. You technically can kill anyone with a paintball gun, but don't tell anyone that. Anyway, killed him. And I picked up his stuff, including the slime shield. And also a guy fell out of him. Neat. Whoa. It wasn't anything I decided to use with the slime shield. I killed another one for money because I was running low. And that king slime is a king, so he has to let go. What's the number one thing you shouldn't do in a harder difficulty when the blood moon rises? That's right, go into the corruption where the Eater of Souls just spew at you. I wanted to get some fucking chunks to fight the Eater of Worlds, but ended up with my soul getting eaten instead, so I mean that's slightly better than the world getting eaten. I also died to a Sand Guardian because of course these are in pre-hard mode now. I eventually got the weapon chunks I needed for the Eater Worlds. I mined a vein of iron. And then I summoned the boss. Which I didn't have any good weapons to fight it with. And it's also just a flesh worm. I did get it down quite far. I just can't dodge. Especially when it does this synchronized... I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Synchronized dance move. Which I nearly beat, but I got set on fire. So I thought the boomstick would be better. The shotgun, because why not? It turns out since it can't pierce, it dies. And also one thing that's different from my loadout that for some reason I haven't shown I crafted is the lead enchantment, which is that little damage over time you see him. Since it spreads throughout the entire body, it does good extra damage. I also made a gold bow and spawned the Eater Worlds in the wrong place. Well, you know, I'm living barely. Yeah, the lead poison does really help across the entire body. As well as a piercing weapon, that also helps. There's not much to it, just jump over cursed fire. Try not to split it apart. Or split it apart anyway because you've got the enchantment now. Most likely split it apart. Run left and right. And dodge all the flesh wounds. Simple as. And it's probably better that once you get the last few down just to switch to something like a shotgun. And with that one shotgun bullet, a few shotgun bullets to the face, the Eater Worlds died. And apparently the first time on this computer. That's embarrassing. Got corrupt crates that can be made into the shadow orb things, and an accessory that allows me to move better. And also sends more stuff out to do damage. Like that. So I equipped that immediately. And then made the Crimson Armour since it's just a decent armour. And then died to the Eater Worlds. For a reason. So anyway, I made the Crimson Enchantment. Don't do this unless you're getting hit for all of your health. And don't be like me. Anyway, I killed a King Slime. And I used this little cool bomb that blows up an arena space for you. And accidentally summons Queen Bees. So I had to try and build an arena for a boss I haven't fought in this mod. So that was great. But surprisingly I managed to build half of a few platforms. Got it down to lowish health. And one new thing it does is it just makes its own servants fight for it. Like you have to take out, but all you can't do good damage to the queen. Simp. Anyway, I died. I mined the Nitri armor with the satisfying vein miner. And made meteor armor for the space dunk gun combo, since that is a decent weapon that you can use unaffected by this mod. And I challenged to be again, which didn't go well, but third time's try. I even got it down to the phase where it starts just shitting out its own kids en masse. But I got rammed. And I summoned it again. Dealt with her simp the first time. Got hit by half the children. Had to dodge defeat 2 simps now. Seriously, imagine just trying to... Imagine being that much of a simp, like you just sacrifice your life for all this bitch of what he can get. And that's irrelevant. Anyway, the space gun killed the simps and left me one man. It took a while, but finally the queen bee died. Probably because no one gave her a tier 3 sub. Anyway, got the stinger, which is a decent accessory. Got all the bee stuff. A bee gun, a bee dash, all that good beeness. Made lightning boots, and then I wanted to make another accessory, the bee enchantments, which is made, surprise surprise, from bee stuff, meaning I had to keep fighting the bees over and over again so I could get the bee stuff. You also need honeyfin tuna. I didn't know this existed. So I made the bee enchantment, which is just basically a set of wings, a hive pack, and all that, and honey in all one good bundle. And also I made a bee gun, because I guess you can solidify the bag into a gun. So that helps, as this is going to be my weapon for fighting Skeletron. The next boss, who's all purple and stuff. And then I randomly came across the Sand Guardian, which again, this is pre-hard mode. Honestly, she's a bit easier, but I'd recommend killing Sand Elemental. Anyway, for her item. Sands of Time, which allows you to teleport back to your last step, so you have to walk all the way. Anyway, try Skeleton again. He just kept slapping me. Slap me again. I haven't had a good win-loss ratio with Skeletron, but I kept trying. Just getting crushed. Accidentally summoned the second Skeletron, because what makes fighting Skeletron easier? 2 Skeletrons, of course. That didn't last long. And I summoned Skeletron again. If you just don't get hit by the hands and the 50,000 skulls, you should be golden. Do some dashings and whizzing. Break his hands off. Sounds horrific. Do the all fabled circle strat. Once he gets his hands back, that's when you gotta do a bit more of advanced circle strats. More like an egg strat. Or a zigzag. But once you get his second one up on his own, you've basically won the fight, unless you just smash your head into him. But other than that, it's just circle and strat. One other thing, once he gets to low health, he will enter his Dungeon Guardian form, which if you don't kill him, he'll probably kill you instantly. Anyway, he died, got a useful item, which is lets you do some flippy tricks, as you'll see later on. And I headed to the dungeon to get a shadow key, and I got it in the first chest, and a cobalt shield. Jumped to some spikes because I thought it'd be funny. Got a magic missile that I never use. Got a head busted by a baby. And got a gun. Nailed gun. Kill some king slime for money, because why not? And I headed to hell, get some hellstone and get all the shadow weapons, key weapons I wanted. I accidentally took half the hell with me while mining this. I got a flower fire and a hellwing bow. I made an ninja enchantment because I thought it'd be good. I misspelled deer thing, as that was the next boss, Deerclops, which I struggled with a bit. I made an old fancy arena and it turns out platforms don't work. So I was stuck drowning against the boss and died. But anyway, I replaced the floor with ice and snow, same thing. I realised I still need to get rid of the platforms because the ice can just go on the platforms. And that's how physics work. So it made the boss fight about 20% harder. I just kept dodging and dashing, doing the cool kick flippy tricks. I did get into the second phase, which you got to spam and figure out which one's real, then jump. Unless you've got a platform and you just die. That's fun. He killed me. And then he revealed his laser attack that I didn't think was dodgeable for some reason. And got hit like by a 50 turn combo. And then got lasered in the kidneys. Twice. And got stuck in a cave. I did give in and remove the platforms. It turns out it's a bit easier to do once you use your powerful fire weapon and have a brain. If you just jump over the ice instead of flying all over the place, you win. I had this bloody annoying attempt where I nearly did it twice, but the flower fire was definitely the way to go. As it just melts his health. This is the only boss it works against, other than maybe Wall of Flesh. But any other boss, they move around about 20 times per second, so... So just shine flower fire. Your cool Mario reference. And also to dodge the laser, just jump and dash. That's all you've got to do. My setups aren't... what's the word? Great. But they still work. That's all that matters. So eventually, the Eclipse fell and died, and I stuck his head on a wall. Got some stuff to grant immunity to some actual useful debuffs. For later, got his eyeball. Got some crates. Got whatever Sinew is. Made the Frostbark boots. Because of course why didn't I? And I made a life form analyzer because the next boss was going to be a doozy. And I wanted the accessory from a certain enemy that was rare. Hence the life form analyzer. So I jumped down a hole, just waiting for it to activate. So while I was doing that, I was typing, looking how to make the Deviant's Curse, which is the next boss. I needed chum from a blood moon, fishing. I made it a blood moon, did some fishing, right, so... And first time I got a zombie merman. Which got me the chum I needed. I don't have the footage of that for some reason, but... I definitely got the chum. So yeah, killed the fisherman. Got the chum buckets and all the chum casters and stuff. caught a goldfish because I figured out there was a way to spawn in the nymph, which was the thing I wanted, and found out I could spawn mimics in pre-hard mode. That's them, right? So I made the heart chocolate and I fought a nymph, which of course it's hard to fight. If you don't stay in its ring, it heals. If it does, it kills. And if you stay in with its ring, it hits you with hard to dodge hearts. But I got the item I wanted. Nymph's perfume, which stops you from getting love strokes, stinky, and hexed. Attacks body spray. Anyway, made a deviant's curse, and I summoned a mimic because I wanted to see if they just didn't allow it to drop certain things. Which they still drop the same things, they just nerf a lot of it for pre-R mode. Not the dual hook, that's just a better hook. Got a golden crate as well. I also fought an ice mimic, which got me a philosopher's stone, which will be useful for later. Philosopher's stone, that is everything. And I did my first attempt for the deviant. I didn't expect what was going to happen, but it was pain. I'm not gonna lie, this was the first boss I struggled with properly. I think it's a she. How she works is she does 3 normal attacks and then 1 mega attack. Like this one, which she shoots the universe at you, because why not? And she does small attack. That's hard to dodge. All that good stuff. And I was not equipped for fighting this because none of my weapons were fast other than the space gun, which I couldn't hit because it wasn't fast enough. You see the majority of her regular attacks. And she has this annoying heart laser attack, which can catch you off, and there's moth shitting attack, which just makes moths poo on you, so that's not cool. And this attack, I couldn't figure out to dodge, and just got my head blown off. I've got a magic dagger from a mimic. That still wasn't enough because it didn't have enough range. Got a cross necklace, and I got stuck and he just blown up, annihilated, reduced to atoms. And that was what it was like for probably about 3 hours. Not 3 hours, like an hour. Maybe not even that. There was a few attempts. I made a triple balloon, thinking that would somehow help me not get annihilated. It didn't. But that's all I just fault. And I decided to switch magic when I realised if you get hit by a certain attack, you just die from using magic. I decided to change my weapon to a Phoenix Blaster and change the range. I already made some Necro armor, just needed to make the Phoenix Blaster. My Necro armor on, got my gun, and I took her on again. And I gotta say, the Phoenix Blaster was probably a good idea. Also, one other thing I should mention is the Purified debuff. I decided to use infinite buffs because that just made one less thing for me to do. Anyway, I got turned to stone here and blown up and annihilated. Summoned her again. And then got caught in the corner. But yeah, that debuff removes all your buffs. So if I wasn't using infinite buffs, I'll just be in pain for longer. But I kept at it, dying to a new attack every single time. Not this time, I died to the axe attack without getting hit by the axe. Yes, I'm okay. I summoned her again with my Glock and died. I summoned her again and I died. But I summoned her again, and I put some music on. And the fight went something like this. After a long hard fought fight, the Deviant didn't exactly die, but I defeated the Deviant, giving me her items and stuff. This took me a while, but it wasn't that bad. Got 2 things at the moment. The Sparkling Adoration, which allows you to do things, and Deviating Energy, that allows you to craft some powerful stuff. But in my case, I wanted the Supreme Deathbringer Fairy, which combines a bunch of pre-armor accessories. I also killed a worm for a whoopee cushion, so I can make a farming bloom. Right, the other thing I could make after some money farming, I made Terra Spark boots, which allow me to make Zephyr boots, which are just better Terra Spark boots. I made some double obsidian instances, does as they say on the tin. Made some unlimited arrows, and I did my first attempt of the Wall of Flesh. My weapon of choice being the Hellwing bow, since it's a good weapon on the Wall of Flesh. He starts off shooting his purple lasers and his big giant laser. Once you get him to 75%, he starts spewing, conjuring cursed flames and pissing everywhere. But those are fairly easy to dodge. You get him to half and then he starts with his tendrils. Also, don't go out that ring. He eats you. I did nearly have it, which was annoying. But when you get to 10%, he gets enraged. And then all of his attacks, the pissing and the flaming, is increased speed-wise. Which didn't actually cause me to die, caused me to die by jumping into the outer ring and jumping into a leech. I died a few more times. But at the end of the day, this boss was actually easy compared to the rest of the bosses. It's just first phase, jump laser. I don't actually think the hardest part to dodge for me is just the purple lasers, and I don't know why. But yeah, after some Hellwing bow spam and some bearable dodging, And after quite a long fight, if you can't tell, this is sped up. Eventually, the wall of flesh. Eventually, the wall of flesh just died, fell, cracked, allowing me to enter hard mode. Finishing pre-hard mode. I felt a sense of accomplishment, but little did I know the horrors of hard mode, eternity mode, especially for someone who's no good at dodging. And that's for next time. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be seeing you in the next part of this painful adventure. So I hope you enjoyed, and bye.